Thanksgiving is almost here, and you think I'd be more thankful for being able to have the opportunity to spend $45 on the wrong Oreos.
Wow. I'm glad you're not holding on to this and letting it fester.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And if you missed the first hour of the show, you're going to want to get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. There was a miscue and a mishap with the Oreos, and I blame them as much as me, even though it might be my fault. Fingers, getting ready for Thanksgiving means having a fine beverage to be able to give those in attendance. Now, are you hosting this year for Thanksgiving? Are you going to be having a big family gathering?
No.
You're heading up.
Heading up to Michigan. Going to spend some time at home first with Fingers Malloy Sr. and then head up to Michigan to visit the in-laws. So that's the game plan. As long as the weather cooperates, and we can get into that a little bit later because they're already predicting bad weather for the Thanksgiving holiday.
That's why I don't leave the house.
Good for you.
That's it right
What
there.
about you? You gonna host a big shindig?
I was supposed to have 142 people here.
Oh.
Now maybe I'll just be eating by myself. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I have a 15.5 pound brisket ready to go. I have a smaller brisket that I'm going to make a pastrami out of. I've got another brisket I'm going to make burnt ends out of. Then we've got a turkey. We have 9 sides. And, of course, diabetes.
Oh, and 5 Oreos.
6.
Nice.
That's right. At $4 each. But that's another story for another day. You got to have a good drink. Fingers Malloy may have found one. This is the Jim Beam Winter Reserve. I have not heard of the Jim Beam Winter Reserve, Fingers Malloy. You found this in the shop. This is 6 years aged. Finished in 2 toasted barrels. Vanilla, spice, clove. They say notes of vanilla and cinnamon. You got a flavored bourbon here.
I saw Winter Reserve, and it had been a while since we've done anything from Jim Beam.
True enough.
So I thought to myself, where I found this, I was looking for a little gift package. You know, we love the gift sets that come around the holiday season.
When you say we, you mean you.
You don't like the gift?
You are obsessed with the gift sets.
Oh,
you love yourself a good gift set.
Oh, it's cheaper than the normal bottle, and they'll throw in a flask or a rocks glass or a flask.
Foot rub.
Exactly. So this was actually on its own. It wasn't in a gift set, but it was by the gift sets, and I thought to myself, I have never seen the Winter Reserve. I know that it is probably better than the Fall Reserve, but not as good as the Spring Reserve.
All I know is the bottle is actually very pretty, and the label is black and kind of copper. It's nicely done, and the coloring here it's not as dark as I would like. It's a little more golden in that way, but it does look good. It's certainly attractive enough.
Ooh, that's vanilla on the nose.
Not really getting it.
No?
Do I have a cold? I'm fine, right?
Are you?
Am I having a stroke? Does anybody else smell Oreo? No, but it's a nice nose. There's actually a touch of oak on that nose.
Oak on the nose, and then also, I don't know if my mind is playing tricks on me after you threw it out there, but I am getting a little bit of that clove.
Maybe, yeah. This is a 6-year age, coming in at 86 proof. No applause from Fingers Malloy. He doesn't apply for anything. That is less than 100 proof. And then a mash bill is 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% barley. So 75% corn would denote sweet, right off the bat. Oh, that's a pretty nice nose right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice mix of sweet and oak. But Fingers, enough sniffing. You ready for this?
I've been ready for this all day.
Fingers Malloy is going into the Jim Beam Winter Reserve, doing what's known as the Kentucky Chew, moving the juice around the palate, trying to get a feel for the bourbon. I'm a believer in the 2 sips methodology. The first sip to set the taste buds, the second sip to really get an idea of the flavors. Fingers, you just had yourself a little moment there, a little bit of reflection, a little bit of Walden's Pond, perhaps.
So
maybe feeling more like Alan Alda than you ever thought you would.
Alan Alda?
That's right.
Wow.
4 Seasons reference.
4 Seasons.
Yeah.
Was that before MASH?
No, I believe that was after MASH. It was with Carol Burnett, Rita Moreno.
And a young Pauly Shore.
That's right.
So
stole my line, which is actually his line. He stole my line.
So, you read the description and you try not to let it influence your review, but that oak is there. There is a hint of vanilla. I would say, yeah, there is that clove as well. There is a nice little bit of spice, but I wouldn't call it. To me, it didn't hit me as overly cinnamon. It's very nice. Not really anything in this as far as the notes go that are powerful. Everything's very subtle.
You are, by the way, right. There is a little bit of clove in the nose if you really dig in deep. This is from Jim Beam, the good people at Suntory. This is the Winter Reserve. I'm going in Fingers Malloy.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's doing what we like to call the Saginaw Swish, the Memphis Munch, the Chattanooga Chomp. Oh. Are you okay there?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm happy.
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
Well, they sold me 12 Oreos for 40. No. Again, catch the podcast.
He's going back in for seconds. It's like it's Thanksgiving.
Okay. There's what is the word that I'm looking for? That is sweet, but also herbal. And I know some people are discussing this. We took a look around as like a baking spice, and I'm like, nah, that is not it. That is not it. Even the vanilla, no, that is sweet, but that's like prune sweet. And you're gonna be like, that's not a good flavor. Actually, for a lot of people, it's an excellent flavor. It really is. The finish does have some spice on it, for sure. That I get why people would consider that winter. I get why people would consider that autumnal, for sure. And I think that I got to admit, I think that is your hot toddy for that classic kind of flavoring is a winner. That's just, man, I've been striking out on my flavor profile for a few weeks now. That is nowhere close to where I want to be.
It's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more flavorful than I was expecting.
See, for me, there's not a lot of vanilla there. There's a little bit of vanilla. There's oak. There's that clove that they were talking about. There's some spice at the end, but you're thinking, oh, by what you're hearing, okay, cinnamon and vanilla, and it's like the notes aren't very strong pronounced. It's all subtle.
But is this in your liquor cabinet, Fingers Malloy? That is the question. We're going to find out what the price is, but what Fingers Malloy paid for it, well, that's a whole nother story altogether.
We both got ripped off.
Yeah, keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. The biggest question for any Thanksgiving meal is, hey, what are the sides? Because when it comes to what it is you have next to your turkey, or for me, the brisket, that's the meal. That's the stuff people show up for. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy right there. That's where you know him. That's where you love him. And this is a story about sides and where the debates are. There are 5 sides that are being discussed right here. One of them, which is not actually a side. The others, which are sides. And they are the standards in this conversation. Now, my Thanksgiving table, first of all, a little different maybe than your Thanksgiving table, Fingers Malloy. When you have the Thanksgiving, the traditional Malloy Thanksgiving, how does that go? How is that meal structured?
The main side?
Well, the main everything, like the whole thing.
Booze.
No.
Right. First of all, the turkey is smoked.
Ah, yes.
Because you have to, first of all, you have to watch the turkey. You have to tend the turkey smoker outside. And what better way to do so than with a cigar and a bourbon?
Right. Science.
Yes. And then you free up the range for the sides.
Right.
And for us, we do the funeral potatoes, which we've sampled here.
Yes.
Green bean casserole.
Okay.
The stuffing, the cranberry sauce, the yams with the melted marshmallows on top. Yeah. And of course, some sort of rolls. You?
So first of all, I don't think I've ever done a Thanksgiving where there are rolls on the table.
Really?
No. The rolls don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. I'm not anti-roll. I'm just saying on a Thanksgiving table, I don't get it. Because that seems like you're filling up on something that you're now missing out on all the other things.
They're, to me, Tony, one of the most enjoyable things on Thanksgiving is to have a roll fresh out of the oven where you melted the butter right on top and you cram it in your face. You don't even chew. You just shove the whole roll right in your mouth. Right. It's fantastic, but not for you. It's all.
I just don't know why you need that on Thanksgiving. That's all I'm saying.
And then also you can make little turkey sandwiches with them.
Well, that's what tomorrow's for. That's what the next day is for.
Boy, oh boy. You know,
you
have your Thanksgiving dinner.
Right,
I'll have
you're right.
mine.
It is yours, and you're allowed to enjoy it. We don't do green bean casserole on our Thanksgiving table because we're normal. The stuffing, absolutely. You do the yams, or do you do the sweet potatoes?
Yams.
Okay, you do yams.
Yes.
Now, is there a real difference between your yam and anybody else's sweet potato?
Well, they're mine. That's what makes them different.
So we do sweet potatoes. We also do a carrot souffle now. That came later in our life.
So explain the carrot souffle.
Basically, it's carrots and sugar baked into this like light, fluffy deliciousness. It's fantastic. It's
Do you need like a Vegemix blender and a bowl? You like throw a whole bunch of carrots in the bowl and you just blend them up with a little cream and sugar?
I was told it's a Midwest thing.
To be fair, I don't eat carrots.
True. And then there's mashed potatoes, right? We will do that just for the sake of doing mashed potatoes, but we actually mash them. Boil, mash, butter, the whole thing. You gotta do it like
that's the only way to go. Do you make the gravy, the turkey gravy too?
So when I make a turkey, and to the times I make a turkey, and I'm doing it in the oven, the turkey rests in the turkey pan on a bed of onions. And there's some other, you could throw some celery in there, whatever. You get some aromatics and water, right? And then the turkey is on top of that a little bit. So the onions are holding it above the water. So there's a little steaming thing going on, everything else. And then the turkey has the drippings. Our gravy is taking that mixture of the onions, and if there's some celery in there, the drippings, and then putting that in the blender. Zoop! That's the gravy.
Oh, wow.
Done.
So for me, the key to making good gravy is a lot of times it's hard to open the jar. So you take a faucet and you turn it on hot and you let the hot water go over the little lid on the jar and then you open it right up.
Yeah, no, we do. We do our own. When I do a turkey. Mac and cheese has made it to our table because people do like mac and cheese, but we do a baked mac and cheese. And we do a multiple cheese mac and cheese.
Oh, what? Right? So 2, 3, 4 cheese mac and cheese?
I believe in this one there's only going to be 3.
Okay.
There's only going to be 3 cheeses.
Is this going to be...
That's called the tres cheese.
Oh, nice.
That's how they say it in the Italian. Speaking of, we also do eggplant parmesan. My wife's family, Italian, they always did eggplant parmesan at Thanksgiving. And when I first went to the house and there was eggplant parmesan at Thanksgiving, I said, genius. Wow, why didn't we do this?
Listen, this is not a criticism that you have eggplant parm, as the kids like to call it.
Right.
But you said you have turkey?
Correct.
A brisket?
Correct.
Eggplant parm?
Eggplant parm. Carrot souffle.
Ribs?
No. There's no ribs.
No, there are no ribs.
Pulled chicken. No. No.
That's a lot of food.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come to play. Bring on leftovers. You're cool. If I'm going to do all the work, I want to do it all, and then I want to stop thinking for like 3 days straight. I just want to be able to walk into the fridge, literally walk into the fridge, and just grab something and be like, that'll be good.
So the other question I think that is on everyone's mind at Eat Drunk Smoke Nation. Now, remember, Tony, when he travels via airplane, he always wears a suit. Mm-hmm. When you're talking about having 17 entrees for Thanksgiving,
right?
you break out the sweatpants right away, right?
No, everyone's in tux and tails. Top hats and monocles. Everyone looks like the Monopoly man at my house. Comfortable pants. I'm not in sweatpants.
You're not in sweats.
God, no.
Pajama pants? Are they pajama pants?
So when I injured the arm and I tore the tendon that connects my bicep to the arm and had the surgery and it's healing, I couldn't actually put on the pants. So I wore joggers for the first time in my life. And Fingers Malloy saw me multiple times. And every time he saw me in the joggers, he'd be like, this is the best day of my life. This makes me so happy.
I have to tell you all, I'm shocked that he's making the jogger information public.
Oh, that I would let people know that happened.
Oh, I'm very surprised that this information.
Am I wearing slacks right now?
You're wearing sensible slacks.
I am.
Yeah.
I do what I do. I have no capacity to do those other things. So no, I will be wearing pants and a button down shirt.
Oh, but right. you're entertaining more than family, correct?
Yeah. Oh, friends I consider family. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So it's just family. Yeah. So it's pajama pants all day.
Is it?
Oh yeah. And mucklucks. God, mucklucks.
You're a heathen.
You know what? I work 144 hours a week. Can I take one day to wear pajama pants and mucklucks and my tank top?
Respect yourself. Respect yourself. But we didn't answer the question. The green bean casserole, something you do?
I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with it. And then, some people like the green bean casserole without the little the dried up French onions on top. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Others, they love it. You got to actually ladle it on the top. I would ask you how you like it, but you don't do green bean casserole, so there's no sense in asking you that question.
Nah, my youngest asked for green bean casserole, and I said, if you want to make it, go ahead. And that ended the conversation about the green bean casserole.
Yeah. You've had it, though.
I would rather have broccoli rabe.
Broccoli rabe?
Well, it goes with the eggplant. It's like a bitter broccoli and garlic and oil.
Just making stuff up now.
What?
What about a broccoli Jim?
I see what he did there. See what he did? Eat, drink, smoke. Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. I forgot to give myself a cube for the Jim Beam Winter Reserve. I gotta give myself a cube. Or do I just want to add some water? Where's your water, by the way?
I took a sip out of the bottle. You're gonna be okay.
No, I'm not gonna touch it now. My gosh. We are drinking the Jim Beam Winter Reserve 86 proof with the notes of vanilla and cinnamon. A nice possibility for your Thanksgiving table. But this isn't my flavor profile. There is a bunch going on here. There's definitely a sweetness that's happening with the Jimmy Beam, for sure. But it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of overwhelming in the herbal. And so the idea of vanilla and cinnamon and these warm kind of winter flavors, for me, there's a turnoff taking place. And maybe I'll feel differently when it's on a cube.
So I'm going back in the memory bank, and didn't we do a clovish kind of whiskey? Was it Rattle and Snap?
Well, we did Rattle and Snap, sure.
There was something that had a strong clove profile to it. That is something that you're telling me in college you didn't smoke cloves?
God, no. It's a grown man. What kind of crazy thing is that?
So the flavor profile is not as what the kids would say your jam.
Well, first of all, no kid would say that anymore. No one. No kid. No, it's not. It's here. If I go back in and I'm doing it neat right now.
Yeah. He's going back in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's never smoked cloves.
Yeah, it's to the extent that it's medicinal. Wow. I mean, that's wrong. Like, that's the wrong way to put it. It's.
Do you feel like you're having an herbal tea?
No, not that. There's a touch of char. There's this. If you want to argue that that's baking spice, it's not really doing it on the more luscious side. It's doing it more on the pungent side. And so what that's doing on the tongue and the flavors that I'm getting gives me an overall bitter. Now, I'm here to say that some people really dig this kind of flavor. Really dig it. Fingers seems to enjoy this more, but he's getting more vanilla out of it.
Yeah.
I'm getting no vanilla out of it whatsoever.
Well, I'm going to go back in because it's been several minutes.
And did you put water in there? You did put a little water in there. So water will bring down proof. This is 86 proof, so it's not necessarily high. And then water will open it up, right? Some flavors more pronounced, some more muted. You want to try it that way with a little bit of water. Get a dropper, just pour a little bit in. Try it on a cube. You got to find which way is the right expression for you. There's no wrong way to do this. Oh, you can't put it on the rocks. You got to have it neat. That's a load of crap. You have it any way you want. You bought the bottle.
So it brought out a little bit more of that spice. And what's odd is, like you said, it's not a baking spice. You know, some people refer to it as a cinnamon spice. It's like a clove spice. It's very strange. It's not, for me, it's not off-putting. There's that hint of vanilla. There's a hint of oak. To me, the only thing, if you're going to say there's a note that really stands out, it's that spice. Other than that, everything else is kind of muted. It's like, okay, here's a hint of vanilla. Here's a hint of oak. It's not my flavor profile either. I don't hate it. Someone brings it to the Thanksgiving Day table. I would enjoy it neat, but I don't know if I were going to the liquor store and saw this bottle again, I'd reach for it.
Now, this is where it gets very interesting. When Fingers Malloy got this bottle, the Jim Beam Winter Reserve, he paid a price. Fingers Malloy, how much was this bottle of Jim Beam Winter Reserve?
I just grabbed it thinking, oh, it's Jim Beam. Won't be all that expensive. $58.99.
Fingers Malloy, when you looked up the price later of the Jim Beam Winter Reserve, what did you find was the MSRP?
Anywhere from $27.99 to $29.99 a bottle.
Yeah, something got mispriced for you.
Yeah.
You do have to take that back and be like, what is this?
Yeah.
You paid double. You paid double for it. You didn't have 2 bottles. Did they charge you for 2 bottles?
No.
Okay. Then you gotta say something.
I would feel better about it if it were a bottle that I really liked, but I don't even know at $27.99 if I would buy a bottle of this.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. This is in my liquor cabinet. I think this is a very, very specific and specialized kind of flavor. Now, all that said, what the hell do we know? You got to be the ones who decide for you. There's not enough of the classic flavors that I'm going for, but it's very obvious that they weren't trying to create something with classic flavors. This is also 6-year aged. There's a little bit of effort that went going on into this. It doesn't match up, and it certainly doesn't match up for me for the holidays. As for this cigar, this is the Rocky Patel 30th. The San Andreas wrapper, the double binder, Nicaraguan, 7 years aged. The fillers from Honduras and Nicaragua, 5-year age. Into the second third of this box press, which I got to admit, it's beautiful. The deep brown in this, I may have played as much darker earlier, but it is a very dark wrapper, but it's a really dark brown with little streakings of black. The box press is great. The draw is excellent, Rocky. The draw is excellent on this cigar. And at $17.50, I'm a maybe. And I'm enjoying what's happening here. Tobacco forward, a touch of wood to give it that spice, a touch for me of cocoa. Yeah, sure. I like those things. Yet, if it was $14.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say.
Gosh,
$14, $15. And once again, we've got 2019 thinking going on, and things have changed and prices have gone up everywhere. Is $14, $15, is $17.50 the new $15? We got to start rethinking this stuff.
Well, we've been through this, and the answer is yes. So understand that it's us saying, man, we wish it was what it could have been. In the new world, you have to rethink it. So
this is a value conversation. 10,000%,
and it's not a bad stick. I think this is a good presentation. You know, they as I said, as I started, man, Rocky Patel does a lot of stuff. They have a lot of sticks on the shelf, a panoply of styles and brands. To me, not everything's a banger. I think this plays well. You know, the 60 that they did ranked very, very highly. I think it was Cigar Aficionado, some others. I would rather smoke this. I would rather smoke this than the 60. But it's, I think that this is off the memory. This is a more enjoyable stick than the Quarter Century. It's just $17. I'm push, right? I'm a maybe.
But I also feel like if you are going, to the golf course and, you want something after the golf course and you're bringing some sticks for your friends, they see you're bringing them a Rocky, the presentation and everything, this flavor profile, I think everyone would leave smoking pretty happy with it.
Oh, I agree. Oh, that much I agree. You wouldn't smoke this and be like, well, that was a waste. You would smoke this and say, 17. Like that's, I think that's a better way to put it. I think you're accurate there. No, I wouldn't be disappointed. Someone hands it to me, I'll say thank you. And I would take this over the Quarter Century, and I would take this over a bunch of things that they do. There's a nice presentation here. Just, man, I wish it was 14. That's as much as I can give. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. More coming up. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Fingers Malloy, I know that we have news of the week still to do, but we have listener questions, and they must be answered. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. Listener questions brought to you by DefianceBeef.com. That's where you get your beef. My gosh, I am so in love. The burgers, I did smash burgers this week with my 21-day age ground beef from Defiance Beef. Incredible. And you're like, what'd you season that with? Nothing. Well, salt and pepper, right? I took it, smashed it down, right? Made the little balls, smashed them down, kosher salt, black pepper on the cast iron, done and perfect. The ribeyes, the strips, the tenderloins, 21-day age, cut to your specifications, a quarter cow, a half cow, full cow, and then delivered directly to you, everything individually packed and frozen right there, boom, right into your chest freezer, and you're done. Defiance Beef, right here in Indiana, directly to your door. They're incredible people. The whole family, Jacob and the entire team, you're going to love what you get. Stop buying at the store and realizing that it's not quality. Get quality, the tenderness, the full flavor, beef that actually tastes like beef. Defiance, DEFIANCE, DefianceBeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke, get $150 off your order. DefianceBeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke, $150 off your order. Make that happen right now. Fingers Malloy?
Yes, sir.
Listener questions?
Have a listener question.
Love it.
So I actually got a direct message on my X handle at Fingers Malloy from Andrew B. And Andrew says, Fingers, huge fan of Eat, Drink, Smoke. Have been following you guys since you started. Always enjoy it. Couple of questions. Have you done a review of The Late Hour by Davidoff?
Yes,
we have.
The answer is yes.
Episode 105.
Oh, you went back and checked?
I went back and checked, going way back to 2020, and it crossed my mind. I believe it was late 2020. Were we nationally syndicated back then in late 2020? When did we become syndicated?
We came last week. Yeah. So that's that. It was not at the time we were syndicated. It was when it was first just the podcast, which is how the show originally started. as just a podcast. The Late Hour is one of my all-time favorites. The Late Hour is fantastic cigar, leathery, cocoa-y, really a delicious smoke. Named after, of course, Winston Churchill. The Late Hour, the idea of the impending war and the attack from the Nazis. It's still to this day a stupendous smoke. And one worthy of the price tag.
I was gonna say, right? If I remember, that was over $100 a stick.
No, not that one. Not that one. You're getting into some of the Salomones there, over $100. The Royal Releases right now would be over $100. The Oro Blanco is $550 for that cigar. It's an insane smoke. Do not eat that. Do not smoke that on an empty stomach. You will regret every part of your life if you do that. I'd say right now between $25 and $35.
Okay.
Depending on size, depending on the Vitola, Vitola. But I can't say enough good things about it. I can't say enough good things about that cigar. Still, very, very enjoyable smoke.
So episode 105 back in 2020, if you want to visit that episode, it's maybe fun to go back and listen and see how much different the show was back then than it is today, now that we're doing kind of more of a radio formatted show. Back then it was just stream of consciousness
and there's a whole question whether we should be doing a radio formatted show. Everybody's a podcaster now, so just go do that, even though we're on radio.
Right.
There's that. Eat, Drink, Smoke show. Not Eat, Drink, Smoke show. Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your podcast. Just look for Eat, Drink, Smoke and get it there.
So the second question, and we've talked about this website before, but it's been a long time. He said, Andrew also asked, do you guys ever use Cigar Bid? My closest cigar shop with a true humidor is probably over an hour away. I've had great luck with it. Have you guys used it as well?
I'm going to give you a very, very legal-esque answer. And the answer is, if we utilize any online service, we would never, I would never want to disparage what anybody does. I'm not about to disparage what Cigar Bid does. I've seen people have success. I've seen people not have success. Does it work? Does it not work? I don't know. I can't answer the question. What I know is I know enough people who've done it. Hey, I got this thing. Okay, fine, good. But we don't work with them. It's not that we work with any other online cigar group. There are some that I like because I just think they do a nice job with the website. I would never tell you not to use them. I would never say, no, you can't use Cigar Bid because here's what they're really doing. No. I have friends who have used them and have had great results. And that's where I leave it. So I don't want to avoid the question. It's that, partially it's, I haven't dug deep into it. I haven't played with it. I don't think I've ever actually ordered from it or gone through that whole bidding process. There's a question in all those kinds of sites, whether or not that process actually works and how you feel it's set up. And do you feel it's all, properly done? I'm just not the guy, I think to answer that well, but I don't want to also ignore the question because I thought that was just rude.
Yeah. I will say, if you go to the site, it's a fun setup. They have different ways for you to purchase cigars, bid on cigars. But like Tony said, I've never actually used it.
So if you have, would you let us know? Email fingers@eatdrinksmokeshow.com or put it on the eatdrinksmokeshow.com site. Let us know. Have you used Cigar Bid? What is it that you get from them? Part of it is, if I want something, I want something, and I don't know if I want to gamify it. I want what I want. Just that easy. But I have ordered from online people before. And some things I think have been solid and some things not as much, but I mean, that's just life right there. Next.
You said we were going to go to news of the week, so let's go ahead.
Oh, so we're done with questions?
Yes.
We have no more questions?
Not right now, no.
Okay. That was it. Listener questions brought to you by DefianceBeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke. Get $150 off your order. DefianceBeef.com. News of the week, Fingers Malloy.
So this is fantastic.
Sponsorship's now available.
This is fantastic news, Tony. McDonald's has brought back a fan favorite, according to People magazine, the holiday pie. It's a custard-filled pie, Tony, with a flaky crust. It is now back for the holiday season. It too, like our Oreo cookies, has sprinkles.
First things first. If we're going to bring back anything, it should always be the McRib. And I know what you're saying. What?
Mm-hmm. Listen, the McDonald's that I've only been to once, winky, winky, they had it on their menu the other day, so I didn't order it.
I didn't play the game. What did Fingers eat today?
It's bad.
Why is it what?
I went vending machine crazy.
God, are you okay?
I'm fine. I feel like $100.
Is this the last time I'm ever going to see you?
No.
Is this it?
I don't know.
Maybe.
It could be.
The McRib is back?
Listen, I don't want everybody rushing to their McDonald's looking for a McRib. All I know is I opened up the app the other day and the McRib sandwich was right on the menu.
Really?
Yes.
And I'm fully aware we don't know what kind of meat it is. I don't care.
What are you talking about? It's a McRib. Let me open the app right now because I know I've got, there are fanatics.
Are you kidding?
When it comes to the McRib.
And now I don't have to make anything for Thanksgiving. I know what I'm serving.
I'm going to,
McRibs for everybody. That's fantastic.
Let me make sure.
By the way, is it weird that they bring it back around Thanksgiving? Like, is that odd?
Yes, it is weird. And it is odd. And I don't understand why.
Well, he's looking for the McRib. The Jim Beam Winter Reserve is there. Honestly, that's an acquired taste right there at $29.99 a bottle. You might want to give that a shot. Age 6 years. And oh my gosh, that's the McRib right there for $5.49. And the Rocky Patel 30th, $17.50 a stick. Maybe. Have a wonderful and glorious Thanksgiving. Give thanks for the good things in your life. Take a moment on that, would you? Guys, we'll catch you next time. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat, Drink, Smoke on social media. On Twitter, @Go Eat, Drink, Smoke. On Facebook, facebook.com/Eat, Drink, Smoke. And Instagram, @Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast.
Hey, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. We're proud of you.
You should watch more of our videos. Make sure you subscribe right there to Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your videos, on YouTube, on Rumble, and don't forget Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast, where we've got the shorts and some very cool things going on.